In today's video, I'm going to show you some new tips and tricks for the new OnePlus 9. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you first get your phone, you're going to notice when you swipe down, it's going to have the shelf that OnePlus loves to use. But for me, I don't think I would really use it. One way to change it is go to your home settings and then swipe down to access. You can see right down here below shelf is notifications and quick settings. And that's pretty much it. Then when you swipe down, it's just your notification shade like other Android phones. If you go to settings and search nav, choose navigation bar and gestures. Here's where you can change it from gestures or the buttons down at the bottom. Personally, I like the more traditional buttons. It just feels a little bit faster for me, but that's obviously going to be personal preference. You can also choose navigation bar customization. Inside there, you can swap the buttons, or you can customize each of those 3 buttons. So if you long press the home button, you'll get the search assistant. Nice thing is there's several options to choose from for each of the buttons. You've got open close menu, search assistant, turn off the screen, voice search, open shelf, open close notification center, and open close the split screen. So it's just another way to get to the split screen. Another way to get to split screen is go to recent apps, hold down on that, and then there's split screen. And there you can have 2 apps stacked vertically. Another cool thing is if you hold down on an app, you can actually click and drag on portrait. And then it basically makes a shortcut right to portrait mode. So then instead of going to photo and then keep swiping over to get to portrait, all you got to do is touch that and you're right into portrait mode. If you go to settings and utilities, choose quick launch. And here's where you can turn on the quick launch and actually add shortcuts for the fingerprint scanner. So let's just choose portrait. Then all you got to do is hold down on the fingerprint scanner, wait for the shortcuts to pop up, and then just drag over till you get to the shortcut you want to use. Another thing you may want to turn on is inside settings. Search for gestures. And you're going to see 3-finger screenshot. So then all you got to do is take 3 fingers, drag it down, and there's your screenshot. Besides 3-finger screenshot, you've also got double tap to wake that you can turn on and off right there. So let's say you don't want your kids to watch movies or play games on your phone. There's actually a hidden space on OnePlus phones where you just pinch to zoom, and then you can actually add any apps within that space. And that's the only spot that it shows up. It's not going to be in with the rest of your apps. Now if you want to switch your phone to dark mode, there's actually a couple different ways to do it. Probably the fastest way is just swipe down to get to your notification shade, swipe over, and there should be a dark mode shortcut right there. Another way to do it is just go into your settings, search theme, and you'll see dark mode come up where you can turn it on automatically or manual. Below dark mode, there's also ambient display, which you can turn on and off, and there's just a lot of different customizations in there. Choose always on ambient display, and then choose all day. And then you'll see some information right up there on the top before even unlocking. Just keep in mind that will run your battery down a little bit quicker. Another cool gesture is you can double click the power button for the camera to pop up. Once you go into settings, search for buttons, choose buttons and gestures, and you'll see double click the power button. Another way to clean up your home screen is go to home settings, home screen layout, and then within here you can choose this little circle with the line under it where you can actually hide the names that are underneath each app. You can also choose the grid pattern of your icons. And you can even make your icons a little bit larger. Now if you go to settings and search for lock, choose lock screen and ambient display. And here you can choose the canvas, wallpapers, clock on ambient display, fingerprint animation, and horizon light. You're probably familiar with the default look, but there's also insight. And there's also another one called text clock if you like words versus numbers. And then fingerprint animation, you've got energy, cosmos, ripple, stripe, and none. Horizon lights, you've got blue, red, gold, and purple. Some of the wallpapers are the same as on the OnePlus 8T, but there's also some new ones. You've also got a lot of different options for the accent color. System icons, you can choose between round, square, teardrop, or round rectangle. For some reason they always give you the option of another font. Roboto always looks better in my opinion though. Now inside gaming mode, there's several settings you can choose, where you can turn on Do Not Disturb for third-party calls, disable automatic brightness, answer calls via speaker, miss touch prevention, and also avoid opening the drop-down notifications. You've also got graphics optimization, haptic feedback enhancement, intelligent network management, which in case of a network delay, you can automatically switch to a better network. There's also a pro gaming mode where you can block all notifications and calls, and enhanced process regulator, where it helps the performance of the phone focus entirely on gameplay. One last thing I'll show you is when it comes to the keyboard, you can go into settings, preferences, and you can choose number row. Then you have a row of numbers there at the top, which in my opinion is a lot easier to type numbers. There's also a ton of ways to customize your keyboard, where you can do a dark mode, and there's just a ton of color options to choose from. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.